92.7 FM WMDX, Madison's real news and great conversation. Here's your Daily News Roundup.
For Civic Media News, I'm Connie Fellman. Wildfire smoke from fires burning in Minnesota and Ontario continues to affect air quality across Wisconsin. Civic Media's Maddie Schaefer spoke with health experts about how to cope until things clear up.
Health experts say the smoke contains fine particles known as PM 2.5, which are small enough to travel deep into the lungs and even enter the bloodstream.
Whenever we do have poor air quality, that could lead to an exacerbation or flare-ups for people with chronic lung diseases or coronary artery diseases or certain other chronic diseases, and that could land them in the hospital and then under my care. That's
Dr. Tony Malik with Aspirus Health. He says people with asthma, heart disease, older adults, young children, and pregnant women are most at risk. But even healthy people can develop a cough, sore throat, or irritated eyes after spending time outside.
And if the air quality is poor, it would be a good idea to stay inside or minimize your time outside.
If you can, move activities indoors, keep windows closed, and check the air quality index before heading outside. If you have trouble breathing, chest pain, or symptoms that don't improve, you should seek medical care. For Civic Media News, I'm Maddie Schaefer.
Wisconsin is still under an air quality advisory at least until later today. Forecasters say possible thunderstorms could bring a brief respite, but more smoke is expected to return over the weekend. A major investment in clean energy could bring more than 600 jobs to Madison. Rialto Fusion plans to build its headquarters and research facility at the former Oscar Mayer plant. State and local leaders are offering up to $55 million in incentives to land the project. The company says it chose Wisconsin after a nationwide search. Rialto is a fusion power company built on research done at UW-Madison. Work on the site could begin before the end of the year. The Appleton Common Council is set to decide whether to implement a list of rules for automated license plate readers. If passed, any companies that work with the police department would give a detailed list of what data is collected and stored. Police would also have to give a detailed annual report about the license plate readers. This comes after Mayor Jake Woodford announced in May the city would stop using the cameras amid public concerns about privacy and who uses the data. The Waupaca Police Department is warning residents about organized panhandling rings that use young children to solicit money. Officers said they were called to a business Monday after reports of adults asking for money while accompanied by a small child. Police say people often stand near store parking lots or along roadways and hold signs asking for help with food, rent, or medical bills. Many cases involving groups traveling from city to city rather than local people in crisis. Authorities caution that some signs include QR codes for Venmo or other online payment platforms, which can carry a risk of phishing. Investigators from the Marathon County Sheriff's Office are still looking for leads following the theft of 20 head of cattle valued at $50,000. Deputies were called July 8th to Kingdom Haven Farm after owners said the animals were discovered missing the morning before. Investigators say there were no signs of forced entry at the gates, fences, or cattle barn. The case remains active, with officials saying they plan to canvass the area for possible surveillance footage from nearby homes or businesses. Emergency dispatchers in Dane County are getting help from artificial intelligence. The Public Safety Communications Department said it'll soon be adding AI dispatchers to the force in order to assist with non-emergency 911 calls. Officials explain the system will transfer non-emergencies to a different line, and the virtual assistant will handle calls such as noise complaints and animal control inquiries. And that's your state news update. I'm Connie Fellman for Civic Media News.
Brewer baseball is back. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Brewers back in action tonight at AmFam Field against the Florida Marlins. Jacob Mizorowski still being rested. Won't start until next week. Lefty Kyle Harrison on the 15-day IL with a sore elbow. Brandon Woodruff is on the 60-day IL, so that means that Logan Henderson will be on the mound tonight for the Crew. NBA in Miami, the Heat welcomed their new player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, to Florida.
I'm excited. I've been with the Bucks for 13 years. I love what I've felt so far. I think people are so welcoming, so nice to me. I hope it stays that way. I'm so driven. All this stuff is nice. We can talk about it all day long. But I just love playing basketball.
Giannis will now wear the number 7 jersey. Team president Pat Riley telling reporters the Heat wanted Giannis last February, but couldn't work out a deal before the trade deadline. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Hazy sunshine, warm and humid today with smoky areas, isolated thunderstorms, a high not far from 90. Still a slight storm chance tonight, a low close to 70. Warm but less humidity this weekend, highs back into the 80s.
That's your Madison News Roundup from WMDX. Find more news anytime at WMDXradio.com. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts.